Well, hello. How have you found our little walk round here to stand in front of the shattered mask of the fallen hero as he is there, Batman?
I think it's amazing. It's a bit of a spoiler, but it's a fantastic looking prop. No, I mean, there's nothing like a Leicester Square premiere. They never skimp, and it's really thrilling to be back here and doing this.
It's quite impressive, isn't it?
It's incredibly impressive and a little bit intimidating.
Now, let's talk about this being the conclusion to your wonderful trilogy. Is it quite an emotional time? Was it quite an emotional time saying goodbye to this character?
Well, I think for me, with these films, until it goes out to the audience, it's not really over. So this weekend, when the world, gets to see what we've done, and that's what we're building all this towards. I think that's the point at which I really get to say goodbye to these characters, and I think it'll be very bittersweet. I've really enjoyed working with these beloved characters for the last, for me, almost 10 years. And so it will be a bit sad to say goodbye.
And yet, in terms of saying goodbye, you are saying goodbye on quite a phenomenal scale, I think it's fair to say. Would you agree with that?
I think so, and I think if you're going to go out, you've got to go out big.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the conclusion to our story, and we wanted it to be the biggest and hopefully the best of the series, and that'll be for the audience to say, but we've certainly tried our hardest to do that.
And in terms of, and I know this is probably going to be very difficult to pin down a scene that you are most proud of, but if we take a look at both The Dark Knight Rises or indeed the trilogy, is above and beyond all others is your favourite moment?
Gosh, I mean, I don't think I'd be able to pin it down to one moment over the three films. But certainly in The Dark Knight Rises, there are some huge moments of scale that I'm very proud of, where we had, one day we had more than 11,000 extras, which was quite a thing to experience. But then there are other scenes, some of the scenes between Christian and Sir Michael Caine, incredibly intimate and moving, and some of the things with Gary Oldman, Anne Hathaway. There's such a terrific cast. So you're really split between these small moments of emotion and emotional connection with the characters, and then these moments of action and hopefully thrilling action set pieces.
And in terms of these thrilling action set pieces, producing-wise, is it difficult to marshal this man into keeping things to a certain scale?
Well, he wanted it to be big, and so it was, that was the real challenge, was, making that happen for him, because he had this vision of a movie that was going to be bigger than anything he'd ever done before and anything he'd seen before. So, yes, it was challenging, but we have an amazing team of people working on this movie, and somehow it all came together.
Well, both of you, congratulations on your achievement. Been a pleasure speaking to you, Christopher. Emma, have a great premiere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of Leicester Square, I was just with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but he's popped over there. Back. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt!
Hello, thank you.
That's quite nice, isn't it? Sort of stepping out of a car and just a wall of noise. How have you found the premiere here in London this evening?
I just love that everyone's so in love with these movies and feels so strongly about them, because, movies are something that I care very deeply about. It's not just disposable entertainment for me, and clearly everyone here feels very passionately as well, and that feels good.
They do, and they are dying to know a little bit more about your character, Blake. What can you tell us in a spoiler-free kind of way?
Yeah, well, I play John Blake. He's a rookie in the Gotham City Police Department, and I would call him an idealist amongst a lot of cynics. Gotham has become sort of a cynical place. Batman has been gone for 8 years. The rich are getting richer. No one's asking any questions. But Blake's the kind of guy that will raise his hand, even if he ruffles a few feathers.
He's a maverick.
Sure, you call him that.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me use the word maverick. Now, let's talk about what it felt like, because obviously, I mean, these films are huge in scale. What was it like when you stepped onto the set of The Dark Knight Rises for the first time?
I just try to remain grateful every day, and not forget, wow, this is really, really cool, because it is.
It is, and yet really scary. I mean, I don't know, because obviously it is Tom Hardy playing Bane, but Bane looks like a mean kind of guy. How scary was it seeing him in the flesh?
Well, I mean, I think Tom's one of the best actors alive. There's several actors in this movie that I would call some of the best alive, which is funny. But I mean, what he's done as Bane, you don't even recognize him. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Bronson. There's a movie that you did a while ago. I remember when I saw that, I was just like, I watched that when we worked together on Inception, and I was so impressed with the power that he brings to his roles.
And in terms of the power of this film for the fans, now people are so excited, not just the people here in Leicester Square, the people watching online, everyone who is desperate to see The Dark Knight Rises. What is in store for them?
Well, what you can expect is a real ending. And to me, as a fan, because I'm as big a fan of these movies as I am a participant. I loved the first two so much. And, you know, when there's a third sequel, they like to call it a trilogy. But it's not always really a trilogy. Sometimes it's just another sequel. But this trilogy has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And for me, that's what makes it an ideal trip to the cinema.
Fantastic stuff. Mr. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, have a wonderful premiere.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Hello, thank you for joining us live here at the European premiere of The Dark Knight Rises, and I'm joined now by just one of the stars. It's only Anne Hathaway! That's a nice cheer. How have you found the premiere here in London's slightly damp Leicester Square this evening?
Is it damp? I can't, ooh.
That was my fault. I pressed the button. It wasn't you, it was me.
Is it my voice? Is it? Oh no. I'm having, that's been the worst part of the evening. That'll sum it up.
No, don't say that, because people are going to go, she loved the premiere, and then the...
It's beautiful. Look at these guys. They're amazing.
They are. I'm so excited about the movie. By the way, you look lovely. That is quite a phenomenal dress.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's all right. Now, down to business. Selina Kyle, she is an iconic character in the Batman series. Feel any pressure taking on that role?
I probably should have felt a bit more, but I knew who was directing me. I knew what he'd done with other characters where the pressure was just as intense, so I just focused on trusting Chris, keeping my head down, doing my job, and I think that was probably the right approach.
And in terms of the outfit, you wear the outfit very well. How was it to actually put on? Was it powerful, sexy, or perhaps uncomfortable?
Thank you.
That's one vote for sexy so far.
He's a brilliant person, he's a brilliant actor, and I find him really inspiring. I really felt, I mean, everything about this job, it made me feel privileged and lucky, and including that.
And ride the pod, which we know you do. I think it's fair to say, that's not a spoiler to say you jump on the back of that creation. Did you actually get to ride it?
I did. I won't ruin the illusion. It was great. It was like being at, I remember when I was a kid, there was an amusement park in America that had the Batman ride, and it only lasted 4 seconds, and I got to ride the Bat Pod for like a few hours, and I was like, this is the coolest ride ever.
Look at me. Now,